Good evening, everyone. Yes. Alam mo yan ni Tatay. Good evening, everyone. First, on behalf of the whole Samar family, I would like to thank all of you for coming here tonight. I have also experienced this with the multiple losses I've had with my grandparents. And so this really, although temporarily, really helps and sobrang laking bagay for the bereaved that you are all here tonight sharing the grief and the memories of the family. I've had many instances of having to speak in front, in a crowd, many times over, but I haven't really given a eulogy ever. So this is my first time. And when Doctora asked me if I could give a eulogy to Nanay, just like Tita Madet, how could I say no? I mean, it would be sinful and regretful on my part if I would say no in honoring a woman like Nanay. I mean, sino ba ako? I'm not even part of the family, but why do I speak so highly of this woman right here before us tonight? My relationship with the family, with the Samar family, and with Nanay and Tatay dates way back because one of their granddaughters, Kendra, was my classmate in elementary. And then, I've been very close with Dr. Rasi's family and with the whole family because Nanay would always be with them. And way back, mga elementary pa lang kami, whenever there were programs in school, they were very supportive. She and Tatay would always go and watch yung mga activities. Kaya, syempre, yung support, kaya alam natin lahat kung saan nagmana ng pagiging stage mother yung isa doon. Nanggaling sa stage lola at saka sa stage lolo. But really, when we talk about death, sa maraming experiences ko po, kasi I'm also a grandparents boy eh. More than my parents, I'm really closer with my grandparents. Kasi alam natin yung mga grandparents, konsentidor talaga. So whenever we would have misunderstandings with our parents, they are our go-to people, our mga lolo and lola. And over the years, I've come to terms with the reality that death is inevitable. Hindi siya maiiwasan. It's one of the constants in this world, really. So, kailangan natin siyang tanggapin. However, nagkakaiba na lang yun with how we perceive death. To me, simply, death is, instead of a loss, instead of a goodbye, I would like to think of death as a reunion, as a homecoming. So, we all know, I think we all agree that life here on earth is only a lent life. Pinahiran lang sa atin ito ng Diyos. So, ngayon, I think Nanay has accomplished all her missions that God willed for her. So now, he returned home. And that is in the loving embrace of God, where there's no pain, there's no torture, there's no sadness, no loneliness. It's all nirvana, it's paradise, it's happiness. So, ganun talaga yun, malungkot sa una kasi syempre. I mean, kung kami nga dito ganun naka-affected, I can only imagine. Very unfathomable yun sa family, the pain. Parang feeling natin may void, may vacuum dyan that can never be replaced. Forever yan nandyan. May sense of incompleteness sa kanila, sa atin. Pero, come to think of it, bakit nga ba tayo nagbibigay ng eulogy? Bakit nga ba pinag-uusapan natin yung death? Death will only be in vain if hindi natin pahahalagahan or hindi natin i-honor yung taong namatay. The mere fact that we are all here tonight gathered celebrating the 88 years of Nanay's life dito sa lupa is enough to say na grabe ang pinagdaanan niya, tsaka grabe ang mga na-inspire niya talaga. So, ang death actually, it's a reunion eh. So, reunion siya dito sa atin, sa mga natitira dito sa lupa. It's a reunion of families, friends, acquaintances, people. And siya naman, yung death niya, reunion din niya yun sa langit. She reunites with her parents, of course. Sa mga, kung meron man siyang mga kapatid, kaibigan na noon namatay. So reunion din yun nila. Si nanay, actually, when we were looking and ferreting for stories for our istorya ng pag-asa, sabi, syempre, kasi kami nito Ophel yung lead convener, no? It's a project of Vice President Lenny Robredo, wherein we look for inspiring stories across the country, and we were the ones in charge for Albay. So, sabi namin, si Doktora daw, si Doktora. All of them were saying si Doktora. Pero, kasi actually sila magkakapatid. All of them, individually, lahat sila may istorya ng pag-asa. Pero come to think of it, sabi ko, parang all of this would not have been possible kung hindi dahil kay nanay. She's the ultimate epitome of pag-asa. Siya yung talagang sukdulan na simbolo ng istorya ng pag-asa. Because if you will read the story that we made for her, grabe talaga. I mean, hiyang-hiya ako sa sarili ko that sometimes, as a youth, I tend to forsake, binabaliwala ko yung studies ko, parang petics ako, parang alam niyo yun, yung parang sobrang, I have this tendency to just neglect things. Especially my studies. Nanay changed my perspective because at 80-something, with blindness, with a terminal illness, she still pushed through. She still managed to pursue her dream of studying. She finished high school at the age of 86. At the age of 86, she finished high school. And that's just one of the many inspiring things about her. But dating way back, if you will hear the stories of how their family rose from the ashes, as in literal na rags to riches, parang sobrang successful stories talaga. I mean, grabe, who would not be inspired by the story of nanay? Ngayon iniisip ko, yung death ba, pag namatay isang tao, does it end there? Does his or her story end there? It's up to us actually. I think with this kind of family, nanay's family, the Samars, they're really nanay's best legacy. And I think for as long as they live, knowing these people, kilala ko yung mga yan, for as long as they live, I think nanay's memory will last. And siguro, earthly body lang yung mawawala dito sa lupa, dito sa atin, but the memories, everything, the experiences, the wisdom, the legacies, all of them will linger with us, with the family for the rest of their lives, for the rest of our lives. And I think that's what really matters. Kaya, I would like to invite everyone to give Nanay a big round of applause for leaving behind a legacy which is unparalleled, a legacy na kahit kailan man siguro ay hindi mapapantayan din naman. And I think yun yung legacy na iniwan niya in the persons of her 9 children. Actually, when nanay died, kasi dun sa, she battled cancer for a very, very long time. It recurred, and then she battled it again. I was actually more worried. I was more concerned about tatay. My initial reaction was, how is tatay taking it? Kasi kanina nga while we were viewing yung AVP, si attorney beside me was really crying. Kasi yun, photos pa lang yun. They were really inseparable. Package deal yan palagi. Sila mag-asawa. I mean, wherever they would go, lagi silang magkasama. And talagang may forever eh. Hindi ito na yung walang forever. And I think that's also one thing na I really admire with tatay and nanay. Yung pagmamahal nila sa isa't isa na genuine, it really cuts across sa lahat. Hindi lang sa asawa, sa mga anak, sa mga apo, and even to strangers like me. That's why I'm really honored and I'm really grateful that this family has always been there for me. And wala akong masabi kundi Nay, maraming salamat po sa lahat. Thank you for giving us your family. Ako biased ako na talagang ang pinakamagandang naiwan ni Nanay is her family kasi sobrang grabe. I mean, idol ko yung pamilya talaga nila eh. I mean, of course, my family, pero if I were given the chance na sa iba kong, if I will be born into a different family, I would like to be born into their family. That's how much I love their family talaga. Totoo yan. And deep in my heart. And honestly ngayon, yung lola ko, terminally ill din siya with liver carcinoma. And you know, as a Filipino, as a culture, tayong mga Pinoy may pamahiin tayo, mga superstitious beliefs na kapag daw may terminally ill sa family, wag daw pupunta sa wake, kasi nga daw baka daw makuha mo yung parang sundo, gano'n, something like that. Pero it's not true daw pag sarili mong family yon. And that's why I'm here, because she's family. And they are family, and to me, parang I will regret it for the rest of my life if I did not honor her for the last time I could possibly have dahil lang sa pamahiin. And she has a very special place in my heart, just like my grandparents. And yan, I would like to assure the whole family that come what may, kiniklaim ko na kahit ayaw nyo, I'm an honorary Samar already. And thank you everyone. Let's enjoy the rest of the enjoy, yes, kasi this is celebration eh. Celebration to ng mga alaala at saka ng buhay. So, thank you and let's all hear more stories of hope. Over to you, ma'am.